Hey guys, what's up? Panache here, and today I think I'm going to take a shot at the long-awaited sequel to my video, #1 hit video, You're Wrong and Black Ops was a bad game, which was supposed to be about why Black Ops is a bad game in its entirety, sans maybe zombies, but instead I got way too distracted talking about the multiple failings of that campaign. So if you take issue with that statement, feel free to check out that video and I'll tell you exactly why you're wrong in that one, but I won't be focusing on the stupid, unenjoyable campaign in this video, but instead the stupid, unenjoyable, mostly unenjoyable multiplayer. I'm going to ignore zombies. Zombies, I hear, was pretty good, but it was never my thing, so you can have that if you want to have that. But let's talk multiplayer. And I like the big thing with multiplayer for me and the game in general is that it was a bland game. Like, it was a drab, ugly, just boring game. It was boring to look at, but it was also boring to play. And you know what? I will make another exception here. If you played competitive Black Ops, I bet that was fun. Because, there were different rules. Just the nature of competitive kind of makes it inherently more fun. It was probably 4v4, I'm guessing. Anyway, I'll give you that one too. But public matches in Call of Duty Black Ops were not great. And part of this is coming off of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Like, not to say that that's a fantastic game. I mean, I feel like it could have been, but it's really not. Oh man, speaking of not great, that is some shaky shots. But I'm going to start with the guns, okay? The guns of Call of Duty Black Ops are so that the design philosophy for how they made guns in Black Ops is so uninspired and bland and representative of most of the other decisions in that game, where it doesn't really make any sense and it's just totally uninteresting. But sorry, I forgot about that. I got Bondi bopped right there. But yeah, they made the decision to make all of their automatic rifles, not just the rifles, submachine guns, anything that's automatic in that game fires at one of two fire rates. It either fires at 750 rounds per minute or I think 937.5. So the FAMAS, the AUG, there's an LMG, I know, the Spectre, the Kypris, the PM63, like any gun that you can think of that you're like, oh, this gun has a fast fire rate, it had the same fire rate. It was 937.5. And the other guns, the Enfield, the AK, the Commando, Galil, they all fired at 750 rounds per minute. They're the same fire rate. So there's like just super minimal differences between the guns. And then add to that, a whole bunch of the guns are guns that we've seen before. They weren't entirely new. So that doesn't help them any. And a ton of guns use that same iron sight. Like, all of this is off the top of my head, okay? No preparation for this video whatsoever, as, like you do. But like the Enfield, the FAMAS, AUG, I don't remember, but several of the guns all had that one. There was one iron sight in particular that all those guns shared. And it's like it's a small thing, but just contributed to that feeling of sameness between the guns. And then you add to that that as a balancing decision, the FAMAS and the AUG are 35 damage up close, 25 far, which is to say 3 bullets to kill to 4 bullets to kill. And the slower firing guns were 40-30, which is the same number of bullets to kill. So it shoots faster, and it shoots faster and has essentially the same damage in most situations. It's just dumb. And then on top of that, most of the guns in that game had bouncy, unpredictable recoil, and the FAMAS had probably the most predictable recoil. Now they ended up nerfing the FAMAS a little bit with a hipfire nerf, which was badly needed, so badly needed. I don't know, an ADS nerf or something, I don't know, but I don't know how when you're developing the game, you say, let's have 2 guns, they're going to have the same number of bullets to kill, but one of them is going to shoot way faster than the other and have less recoil and or more predictable recoil. It's a terrible decision. Then you have the G11, G18? I think it's the G11. Which if you compare that, just 1-to-1 versus, like, that was supposed to be an LMG. I don't know why that gun is not an LMG. It has a bigger magazine than 3 out of 4 LMGs. I don't know how many LMGs there are in the game, but the LMGs in that game were shit. The HK30 had a 30-round magazine. Like, it's there's all these just nonsense decisions in that game. Yeah, like the only thing the M16 has over that gun is that it has attachments that you can put on it, but a naked G18 is better than a 2 attachments M16 in that game. I'll stand by that. I think that's pretty clear. So it's stuff like that, and then the perks in that game where they removed stopping power, which, you know, I'm good with. That made sense, and games since then have managed to do it well, but Black Ops and then I would say MW3 also just really struggled with how to make a good no stopping power meta. Like, you know, in previous games stopping power was a crutch perk for sure, but it worked for those games, like, by and large. So if you want to get rid of that crutch perk and change the way the game plays, that's a fine decision. But in Black Ops, they replaced it just Ghost. Ghost became the new crutch perk, and it's a way more annoying crutch perk to have in your game because it takes away that element of the UAV being such a strong tool for knowing where other people are going to be. And so you just had people who were lurking or literally cowering in corners. And MW3 had the same problem, and it just hurt game flow. It hurt. It made the game more frustrating and less fun. And I think we saw in Black Ops the start of what would be the Treyarch map philosophy, where they're just kind of really simple 3-lane, you know, layouts, which isn't bad. You know, it generally makes for a good map, but in that game and in games since then, it just really lacks map diversity, and you just have a bunch of maps that feel kind of the same, and they play similarly, and the games can get stale pretty quick as a result. And I mean, I kind of hate that game for bringing us Nuketown and for oversaturating Nuketown. Even from the start in that game, Nuketown was oversaturated. This one is this other one, sorry, I hate the care package, okay? I hated the care package in Modern Warfare 2, and I've hated it in every game since then. I hate it in this game. The only way that I think care package should be in any game is if it's capped in the potential. Like, so it's a 4 kill streak or whatever score streak equivalent. Then the best score streak that you should be able to get out of it is an 11 score streak or 11 kill streak, whatever the equivalent is. Like, man, and by the way, right here, this misplay right here where I pushed into I was trying to just mess with them on their flag, right? Just kind of distract them, force them to come back to C. Hopefully that would help us protect B. But when I did that, they pushed for B. My team didn't defend it. At the last minute, I thought I could go save it with the kill streak, but it ended up, I got killed and it wasn't in time, and that was a pretty critical failure on my part in this game. And I'm not even that, I'm not very good, guys. Like, let's be real here. And I'll say, in respect to this game, I like games that are close. I like it when the game is close, when it's competitive. I don't like when games become steamrollers. I think it's fun when you're fighting for those points, when you're in it and they're in it and it's close and you play well. Like, that's a fun game for me. So this was one of those games, and that's why I chose to show it. But anyway, Black Ops 1, yeah, like, at the time I liked the Blackbird, but like, in hindsight, I really don't. I think that's a bullshit perk that really shouldn't be in the games. I'm glad it's not in this game. Sorry, kill streak. One good thing, great thing, flak jacket. Great job on that Treyarch, and make flak jacket great again, I guess. But man, speaking of annoying things, like, how does that, my best, how did I not take out that stupid thing, But anyway, I lose this game. It was close. It was a fun game, and those are some of my somewhat random thoughts on Black Ops. If you found this video interesting, feel free to like or comment, and I'll see you guys when I see you.